Criticism can be tough to deal with. Sometimes it feels like it's impossible to escape the negativity. It might feel like the criticism never ends. You could have a hard time focusing, or you may blame yourself for feeling that way. You might start to think about all of the ways people are criticizing you. Some people find themselves withdrawing from others because they don't want to be hurt again. Or they may lash out at other people because they are feeling so upset themselves. All of these reactions are understandable, but none of them are helpful. Are you able to take criticism in stride? Negative emotions such as worry and anxiety may occur as a result. After receiving criticism, my initial thought is that the other person only sees my issues and weaknesses. I'm left with an unsteady emotional balance, and I start to doubt my own abilities and ideas. I become frightened and anxious, and I begin to doubt my capacity to achieve. When I'm doubtful or afraid, I cause more tension in relationships. This was my inclination until I realized I was taking criticism personally. Would you mind if I tell you what happened? In my personal and professional relationships, my anxiety level decreased as I stopped taking criticisms personally. My enthusiasm for it, as well as my desire to share it. The strategies and methods listed below will assist you in not taking criticism personally. Improving your emotional equilibrium is the first simple method to refuse to take criticism personally. This may be accomplished by understanding that our sentiments shift when people criticize us, disagree with us, or point out our flaws or shortcomings. This is another way of stating that when people criticize us, our emotions or feelings are upset. We may experience a loss of energy and indifference in our job as a result of this. We might become annoyed and nervous as a result of this. Some folks may have terrible back pain and severe headaches. You may alter your answer once you realize that your sentiments might change. The second method is to realize that how we interpret other people's interventions or critiques might influence whether we feel unjustly attacked or warmly supported. Have you ever been chastised for something? Criticism is one of those annoyances that we all have to deal with on a daily basis. It's also one of those internal or external negative consequences that may wreak havoc on your feeling of well-being or equilibrium, turning into a daily anxiety generator. It's simpler to take your critic less personally when you believe him or her to be misinformed and wrong. It feels much more of a betrayal when you believe your critic to be a close friend and someone who should know better. Adjusting your trust index will still be the solution. The third approach to deal with criticism and make it less personal is to shift your perspective on the issue and the repercussions of being criticized. Criticisms are, at the end of the day, a reflection of another person's point of view or viewpoint. Focus on emotional tactics that will help you transform everyday critiques into anxiety-free chicken nuggets rather than attempting to figure out how to fully avoid criticisms by doing everything in your power to become compliant with another person's idea of what is right or wrong. This is a method that will help you keep your emotional equilibrium and keep your focus on being more successful on a continuous basis. Don't be overly concerned with other people's thoughts or viewpoints. No matter how hard you try, some people will not recognize the beauty in your ideas, ambitions, or aspirations. Allowing such thoughts and attitudes to paralyze you to inaction is not a good idea. Opinions aren't the same as facts. At the end of the day, criticisms represent personal tastes and viewpoints, not mathematical reality.